Hey everyone, it's Mary Fane Brandt with a LinkedIn Bakery, and tonight is my Facebook Live show, and I am super excited about my guest, Stephanie Liu. But before I introduce her, just wave, Stephanie, she's so adorable. Yay! I want to know where you're watching from, because it's really important for me to know who's tuning into this. And now that I can say I have an international audience, let me know where you're watching from. Yeah, international, from my beta course. Woohoo! I've got students from Brazil, Canada, London, Virginia, DC, everywhere now, so it's really exciting. So let us know where you're watching from. And if you're watching the recap, can you please type in recap, because I'm going to go back in, and so is Stephanie, and we're going to answer your questions, and we're going to comment on your posts. So we want to know where you're watching from. And third thing, because I like to do things in threes, you all know that about me. You, Stephanie, you're funny.
You do.
You're funny. Hi, Stephanie. I want to know what type of business you're in, because if you guys don't know, let me tell you, my God-given talent is being a connector. So I will hook you up. I will connect you. Stephanie knows I connected her to Hair Hub. She kept seeing all this Hair Hub stuff. Amy connected her to Hair Hub, and now she's working for Hair Hub. So seriously, folks, wherever or whoever you need to be connected with or to, please let me know, because I want to connect you with that next person that's going to grow your business or hook you up with a new job if you're in the market for a new job. So now let's get to Stephanie. So Stephanie, should I start with like how I stalked you?
My goodness, yeah, let's do it. I mean, it does crack me up, though. It's like one of my favorite funny stories.
So Stephanie Liu is a Facebook strategist and a digital marketing maven. She is like top dog. And I found her online on Facebook, and I literally stalked her for 6 months. So somebody said I should check out Stephanie Liu, and I was like, who's that? And I went to her Facebook page. Look how big my eyes are. And I was watching her Facebook Live, and I was like, who is this hotshot, this rock star? Like, she was amazing. So I was like stalking her, going, I want to be like her. I want to do that, you know? And so this was in 2016, the end of 2016. Because in 2017, I'm volunteering at Social Media Marketing World, and she happens to be attending. And of course, I'm like messaging her on Facebook saying, oh my gosh, I really want to meet you in person. Literally, I had a crush on you, Stephanie. I'm not quite sure if you knew that, but I think I had like a live crush on you. And
oh my goodness.
So we met on the midway, and Stephanie, she's so awesome. She's like, Mary, let's do a live right now. I was like, okay. So busted out the phone, and we did a Facebook Live real quick, and it was fabulous. And I went to your meetup that you hosted at the hamburger place, Sliders or
Striders.
Striders. I was close.
Yeah.
So went over there, and then we've just become friends and colleagues, and she's amazing. And I asked her if she would be on my show. And just so you guys know, Wednesday is not a night that she works, so we are very blessed that she is here to drop some knowledge. She's amazing.
Oh my goodness. Well, thanks, Mary. I mean, that's super. It's so weird being on the other side, because I feel like I've always been the one having someone else on the show, and I had the window open, and I was like, I was like looking at the comments, like, oh, that's so funny. I shouldn't even be doing that. I should just, should just be staying at the camera.
Hey, so real quick, on my end, you look a little blurry. So is that your camera?
I was seeing that too. I don't know what it is. What I could do,
I just don't want.
But it might royal.
You're too beautiful to be blurry.
Well, the thing is, okay, I'm gonna see if I do this. I don't want to mess up your stream, because I do have two cameras connected. So 1 second. Boom.
Okay.
Let's see if that works. Did that work, or did I royally just mess that up for you? I probably did.
Yeah.
Just disappeared, didn't I?
You're worse.
Okay. Well, I don't even see myself anymore. Did that not work?
No, I see you. So you guys hold on, because we're just trying to make sure that the audio and the visual is good. Joe joined us, my lovely husband. So, Joe, can you let me know if Stephanie looks blurry on your end? Because, as I always say, Stephanie, I have a love-hate relationship with technology. I love it when it works, and I hate it when it doesn't. So,
yeah, I don't know what it is, but I was going to say that your camera looks absolutely amazing. I don't know why mine is coming out funky. That's so weird because you're just pulling me in through Skype.
Yeah, I'm doing what you taught me. My guru, my Facebook Live guru. You guys, this is my Facebook Live guru. So I have people, Stephanie, always asking me, like, what are you using? How do you do that? I'm like, Stephanie Liu. Like, she's the Facebook Live guru. So Joe says it looks blurry.
That's
Can we
weird.
go back to
That's
your
funky.
other camera?
I did, yeah. So I think it's just going to be a delay. On Joe's side, it's probably going to be like a good 10 seconds or so. I have it on my browser too, but don't let that delay you.
Okay.
Keep rolling with it.
We're gonna
keep
roll.
rolling with it.
So Stephanie is my Facebook Live muse. She's also helped me with some of my course, my online course. She's my course muse, is our joke. So she's just pretty much all around amazing and fantastic, and she loves to share information. She loves to help other entrepreneurs and business owners. So we're really honored to have her with us here tonight. And we're going to start with some Facebook stuff. And we don't know where this is going to go. So Stephanie told her husband earlier, I'm going to do the Facebook Live show. And he's like, how long? And she goes, well, it's 30 minutes, but it's with Mary. So it might be 40, 45.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
We like to have fun and geek out. So, Joe said it's only 1 second off, is what Joe said.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good then.
Okay. So, Stephanie, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your background, so we position you as that expert that you are.
Yeah, all right, cool. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Stephanie Liu, and I'm a digital marketing strategist. I pretty much spent the last decade deep in the trenches of agency life, where I got to work with some really amazing Fortune 500 brands, especially some local ones. And you might know a couple of them. It's like Nike, Clinique, Sephora.
Just a
couple local
names.
brands. If you guys are in San Diego, there's Harrah's Resort Southern California, Hotel Del Coronado, Seaport Village. So having worked in agencies, it really gave me the opportunity to work with some really big brand names. But then when I had my daughter back in, 2015, it was one of those things, Mary, where it was really just kind of like, if I could do this for them, I sure as heck can do it for myself. And so it turned into me doing social media, full service social media for my clients. And then to really stand out from the rest of the social media consultants out there, I jumped into doing live video, and I think that's what really kind of separated me from the rest of the pack. Was, okay, cool, instead of me just saying on my website, this is what I do, I could actually show people what I do and give them a behind the scenes on how everything's working out. So that's kind of what's been working for me. I still have retainer clients, but I do have courses where I teach people on how they could launch their own Facebook Live show. Obviously, because you're in my beta. You were my very first beta. Yeah. Which has now been like revamped. Goodness gracious. I think I keep revamping it with every new update that BeLive does, Zoom, especially Ecamm, which is what you're using right now. And I absolutely love that you're using Ecamm. So, yay!
I love Ecamm. So people, let's just like kind of dive into the tools then, because every time I do this show and I bring, it's flattery when someone says they copy you. So I don't copy you, but I copy your style. And I'm using what you taught us in your course, how to put on a professional Facebook Live show, how to have guests without, what I love about you, Stephanie, is that you're not like, well, you need to spend $1,000 on equipment. You're like, let's get this done. Let's get you going on your own Facebook Live show. You can do this, and it's not expensive. And so that leads us right into Ecamm and Skype Recorder, some of the tools, right? Which,
yeah, absolutely.
For me, I love this because it was cost effective. I'm not someone who wants to spend a monthly premium on something when I'm doing it 2 to 3 times a month. I'm not doing Facebook Live like 2 or 3 times a week, not like this, right? Not a scheduled Facebook Live with a guest, with the captions and all of that. So I love this, but I'm going to let you talk about if you want to talk about BeLive, Ecamm, Skype, you're the expert on these.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be honest. If you ever wanted to go live on Facebook, you could definitely go ahead and go live on your mobile device, which a lot of people do. But I just knew that when I wanted to go live the very first time, I wanted it to be branded. And what I mean by branded is I wanted to have the bottom third graphic like what Mary has. And I also wanted to have my logo. I didn't want to have like the Zoom logo there. It's like, no, I'm not promoting Zoom. I want to promote my business. And so it really depends on how you want your show to look like. And that's the big thing, is that don't think about the tech just yet. Just say to yourself, if you were to do your own Facebook Live production, what would you want, right? Some people will say, well, you know what, I'm just always on the go, so just doing it on my phone is totally cool, and that's fine. There's the Facebook mobile app that you could do, but let's say for when you go live on the go, you want to have an intro video, you want to have like a frame that goes around it and an outro video, you could use something such as the Facebook Creator app, which is free as well. So that's pretty awesome. And with the Facebook Creator app, you could go live in portrait mode or you could go live in landscape mode. Right?
I still haven't done that yet, so I think I need to do that. I know you asked me a couple times, how come you're not using Facebook Creator? So I just need to carve out that time to sit down and set that up. How hard is that? Tell our audience.
Honestly, it's not that hard. It's just a matter of following the steps. And the reason why I say that is because in order for you to use the Facebook Creator app, you have to change your page settings from business or whatever to say video creator. Once you change it to video creator, right, that's going to give you the ability to access the Facebook Live Creative Kit. That's where you upload your frames. That's where you upload your intro and your outro video. And if you wanted to do like special little stickers, like let's say it had like little LinkedIn bakery stickers that people can like click on, right?
Oh,
and then they could
want
have
that right
cupcakes. Yeah, like imagine if you had like little cupcakes just flying across the screen, then it's super adorable, right? Yeah, so that's the Facebook Creator app. Another one that I would say if people want to play around with is Switcher Go. Oh. It's an app that's created by Switcher Studio. Yeah, this is a new one. I haven't even dropped this on anyone else. But it's the same thing where you could go ahead and put a bottom third graphic. You could even put an intro video and an outro. It's a lot more easier to use. And I think Social Media Examiner, Owen Video, one of my good friends, just wrote the article on it. And I was like, dude, that's legit. So those are 3 different ways that go live on mobile.
So I currently people who are asking me how I do this Facebook Live with a guest so I can interview them, and I have it branded as you taught me, my bottom third, and I have at the top I have bite-sized tips for busy entrepreneurs, the name of the show, and I'm still playing around with things. But I use Ecamm, which costs me $29, and I use Skype Recorder, which costs me $29. Now that's not $29 a month. That's not $29 a day. That's a one-time cost. Now, the one thing about Ecamm, it's only for Macs. It's only for Apples. Yes. So that is the one drawback. So anyone who's not on an Apple, I'm sorry, I don't understand you. I'm not quite sure. That's I don't understand. Like, if you're doing video
and stuff. Be nice to the Android crowd.
Okay, but if you're going to be doing, like, lots of videos, like, I'm just an Apple girl. I converted my husband. He was a Droid man before I married him. But now he has 2 iPads, a Mac, and iPhones. So there's help for all of you Android lovers out there. No.
It's funny. It's my husband has an Android, and I think it's actually pretty cool because then I could see how things on Facebook and on Instagram look for him, because usually new updates get rolled out to iOS users first. And so when I was teaching the course, it was really important for me to kind of understand how it looks like for the Android user, which is why, P.S., by the way, if you ever decide to go ahead and launch a course, you want to go ahead and beta test with Android, iOS users, or Mac versus PC. Because I had a bunch of PC people in the group where they're like, hey, the UI looks a little bit different, and sometimes things would function differently. But yeah, it's good to keep an open mind. Yeah, but I will say that once I switched over to Mac, things did get a lot easier. So.
They just kind of all talk and work together. So anyway, we have Ecamm and Skype Recorder to do interviews like this. Very easy, $29 and $29. It is only available for the Apple products, the Ecamm. Now, the Switcher, what was it called?
Switcher Studio.
So
Switcher Studio.
Does that work like this? Can I do an interview, or is that just for you, one person, to be on?
That's a good question. So Switcher Go is the free version where you could go ahead and put your bottom third graphic. I don't actually know if they do the interviews on it because I haven't used Switcher Go. I've actually used Switcher Studio, and that was the one that I used last week where I had like an 8-camera Facebook Live.
So
that's what I was telling you about.
Yes, I went on and I saw that. I'm like, and we're going to, so let's just jump into that. So if you guys, this is the first time you're hearing who Stephanie Liu, the rock star, is, go to her Facebook page and check her out and see how she did 8 iPads filming, was it Anderson Plumbing?
I was saying hi. Anderson Plumbing, Heating and Air. They were celebrating their 40th anniversary. So they were celebrating 40 wow years with 40 giveaways. And it was everything from furnaces to water heaters, their VIP service. And they wanted to do something huge, right? It was kind of like go big or go home. And they had this big, huge production with confetti guns, 5 gowns and tuxedos, 8 cameras. It was bananas.
So was this live then? Was this a live event, a commercial? I was like, oh my God, it looks like a huge, huge event.
Yeah, well, okay, so they did have a big production for their commercial, which they had these big, huge boxes with pink gift wrapped, pink bows, because that's just their branding. And Mary Jean Anderson did the commercial walking in between the boxes and whatnot. And so if they were going to do the Facebook Live, they wanted to have the same look and feel. And so, so they actually had a set designer put together, like basically recreate what they did for the commercial, but made it function in a way that I could easily go ahead and go to each different station easily and effortlessly.
It looked really, really cool. So it
was fun.
So that's one of the cool things that you like about Switcher. I want to say Switcher Go.
Studio.
Switcher Studio is that you can have different angles.
You could actually connect up to 9 iOS devices, right? So that means if you had an extra iPhone laying around, an extra iPad, if you wanted to screencast on your MacBook Air, you can. So it just gives you that connectivity that you and I were just talking about with Apple devices, and you could still bring a show. I personally, like I said, I only used it for the multiple camera angles. I haven't seen if it gives me the possibility to bring on a guest.
I'll wait for that question. I'll wait for that update from you one day.
I know, right? It's funny though, because for me, it's like I know if I'm going to do an interview, I would rather do it on my desktop, right? Because I'm so in tune with how to use Ecamm, and I know how to use OBS Studio that I could switch my screens very easily. So I think as a live streamer, or just as a live streamer producer, it's kind of helpful to know each of the different live streaming platforms and how they function and which one is the best one that would suit you for that specific situation. And it was funny because I was asking like a couple of my other live streaming friends. I was like, hey, this is what I've got going on. And I was actually really quite surprised that a few of them came back to me and said, oh, I only know how to use this one. And I was like, but that's so limiting. Right. You got to know your options. So that was kind of cool to just, like you said earlier, just like push the envelope a little bit and try something new.
So you also mentioned one more platform, which is the class that I was in, was OBS, which is Open Broadcasting System. No. Yeah?
Open Broadcasting Software.
Open Broadcasting Software. So that's the one that I wanted to learn, because that's where you started, is with the OBS, and that's where it looks like your head's inside of a computer. You have all these, I love that. I was like, how's that girl inside her Mac? And you have this amazing background. I was like, where is that woman's office? Like, it's the...
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm like, it's the bomb diggity. Look at that. And so that was OBS. So I know that you have a course on that, but do you want to just share a little bit about OBS and why you might want to use that?
Yeah. Okay. So Open Broadcasting Software, you could download for free at obsproject.com, or is it obsproject.org? I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's a free open source platform that you could use for Mac, Linux, or even your PC. So it's very versatile. And basically anything that you want to do in terms of bringing on a guest via Skype, via Zoom, you could absolutely go ahead and do that. If you wanted to use a green screen like I did, you can do that as well. If you want to have your bottom thirds graphic, you could do that. Intros, outros, basically anything that you want to do.
So it's like the
you can do
load.
that. Yes. Yeah. There's just a little bit of learning curve behind it, because you have it's basically you're building your Legos, right? You're saying, okay, cool, here is my base, and then on top of that I want to put a Lego for my bottom third graphic, and then I want to put another Lego for my guest, right? So you're building it, whereas something like Ecamm just says, okay, it's already built, now you just have to turn it on, right? So Ecamm, I would say, is more of like a light switch, turn it on, turn it off, whereas OBS is you're building the layers in it, kind of like Photoshop. And so when I was first starting out, I wasn't really quite sure if OBS or if live streaming in general was going to be a usual thing, and I didn't want to invest in something like Wirecast, which I think probably ranges around $600 to $800 just for that software. But I wanted to do something different. And at that point when I was live streaming, a lot of people were using BeLive, because BeLive showed
that's another
a
one.
comment that popped up. Yeah. But then I noticed, like, back then when BeLive had first started, it was the same look and feel. It was the same color. It wasn't any of my branding. It wasn't my font. And so I felt like I was going to get stuck in this sea of sameness. Now they've eventually evolved, right? Like, now you could change the colors. You could have a talk show. You could have, like, all these different things that are on there. And a lot of my friends are using BeLive now. But as you mentioned earlier, I couldn't fathom the idea of shelling out,
a monthly fee.
14, a fee. If you because with OBS, once you get it set up, it's free. You're done.
Right.
You don't even have to worry about it, right? And then same thing with Ecamm. When you and I first jumped on it, it was $29.99. Now it's $39.95. So they've hiked up the price by just $10, but it's still ridiculously easy to use.
And they keep upgrading things. So you and I were in the beta group. Yeah. Thank you so much for adding me, because I learned so much. I got to stay on top of the trends, and we could voice our opinion. And the Ecamm guys, they were at Social Media Marketing World, and I went to their booth 3 times because I just wanted to say hi and say, you've changed my life, that I can actually do Facebook Lives and look professional and do it quickly and easily. But they were so jammed. And I didn't want to take away from potential customers. So I actually need to mail them one of those cards like I mailed you.
Oh, you should. Yeah, Glenn and Ken.
They're twins,
they're brothers.
Right? Are they?
Yeah, they're twins. Sorry, you got cut out. What was that?
No, I was just saying they're twins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're twins. They were good people. I mean, Leslie, Samuel, and I, we were just kind of hanging out at the table, and we were just talking to them you need to jump the price. Because when you think about the price points, right, this is totally outside of live streaming, but when you think about a product and you see the product is, let's say, 99 cents only versus $39, you're kind of which one is more legit, right?
Right.
And so I think some people, when they think of Ecamm Live, they're just like, why is that only that much? But to be honest, Glenn and Ken, they just kind of wanted to make it easy for people. They're not in it they're not trying to hoard money, which kudos to them, but we're just you could be making so much more.
Absolutely.
So get it now. If you're thinking about it and you're on a Mac, definitely get it now.
Get Ecamm now while you can at a ridiculous corrected price of $39.95. So we have OBS, which is free and awesome and is building your Legos. We have BeLive, which I think is more the mainstream, which people are more aware about, but there's a monthly fee. We have Ecamm, which is what I use, and I can brand myself, and I can do Skype interviews, and I can change the screen scenes around. Did I miss one? And then Facebook
Have you
Creator.
played around with... Oh, sorry.
Have I played around with my screens? No.
No, for Ecamm, have you played around with just putting up the comments on the screen yet?
For tonight? Or...
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you've got Amy, you've got Nicole.
I've got
Patty.
Stephanie
pop
Yeah,
up.
I was commenting. I was replying to some people. So.
Oh, you're funny. No, I'm like, have you tried showing their comments on the screen yet?
No, I don't know how to do that. I'm such a dork.
Okay, so can I walk you through it right now? Let's just see if you could actually do it. Okay, so in your eCam window, you're going to see at the very top, there's going to be in your nav menu, it's going to say Window.
Window, got it.
Do you see that?
Yep.
If you click on that, you should see something where it says Show Comments and Reactions.
Yeah.
That window's going to pop up, and then you're going to see all of the comments from, let's say, Patty.
Yeah, they're all on the right-hand
else.
side.
Cool. So then right underneath it, it should say Create Overlay. If you click on that, that should pop up on the screen.
You're so crazy. Comments and reactions. I don't see where it says Create Overlay. Oh my gosh. Okay, but I don't want to. That's so cool. Darn it! I still want to try it, but I don't want to I don't want to turn you guys off or hit the wrong button. You know how? So once I'm in something, I'm good. But you also know how I get worried that I'm going to mess something up. I see comments and reactions, overlays, scenes, and sounds.
Okay, so did you click on comments and reactions overlay?
So when I click on Windows, I have comment and reactions, and then underneath that there's overlays.
Okay, click on where it says comments and reactions. Just freaking click on it.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay, did a new window pop up over to the side where it shows people's comments?
That was already open. I already had that open. Yeah.
So when you see somebody's comments, like let's say Patty's right now.
Can I drag it?
I did it! You could. There you go.
Wait a minute. So wait, my girl Stephanie is here. How do I get rid of the other one? Will it go away?
So you just drag whoever's comment that you just had, just put your mouse on it and just throw it away.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I learned something new.
So cool. So now you can see Patty's comment there, and for right now it has the color black, and then it has like this teal color. But if you wanted to, Mary, down the line, you could adjust the colors and brand it any which way that you want.
I'm all excited now.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
And you guys, this is why Stephanie is my Facebook muse, because I get scared sometimes. Everyone's always like, Mary, you're so good on video. I'm like, no, I'm not. And I get scared and nervous that it's not going to work. But Stephanie walks you through it step by step, and she just holds your hand. And my friend Stephanie Novinskis just said, this is super cool. So Stephanie Novinskis is in my CWIN group, my Christian women's group, and she's a marketer, and she, like you guys, would get along so well. She is super fun and sassy, just a little sassy. Valerie Fain said, fabulous. Here, we're just going to pop some up because everybody likes to see their name live.
Yeah, right? I mean, that's one of the cool things is that once you start putting people's comments onto the screen, they're like, oh my goodness, then that gives me free publicity. That could get people to click onto my site, and it drives up your engagement because people will know that you're actually engaging with their comments. So that's a neat little trick for you. And again, that comes with eCam for $39.95. So
buy eCam. So Kendra, you know Kendra. Kendra just said, it's both of you. All I need is a notebook and a drink. High five, Kendra.
Yeah. Kendra, which by the way, she's going to be planning to launch her own Facebook Live show, and I'm not going to reveal the name, but in our paid members
that's
group.
Right. I saw your suggestions.
Yeah. But Rianne, who's also another member of the group, she came up with the best one, and I was literally driving and I saw Rianne's comment, and I was like, "Stop, Kendra! You need to go buy that domain right now because it was so
I didn't see that
good.
Next comment. Yeah. So Stephanie. Oh, Victor's here. He said, "I'm late, but hey."
Hey.
And here, I'm just gonna put Kendra's up. LOL. Thank you. Shh. Okay, Kendra is another social media marketing genius, another volunteer, colleague, and friend of mine. And we need a geek and wine night. There's a few of us, just geeking and whining out, having our red wine, having 2 or 3 laptops, an iPad, a cell phone, some selfie lights.
That's probably what you need at your LinkedIn labs is a little wine.
I know, right?
A little wine.
Oh, this is so fun. So now I'm just playing with the comments. I'm sorry, Stephanie. It's not about you anymore.
No, that's completely fine because that's how you learn things.
And that's how everyone else can see how cool it is.
Yeah, and it's funny because you probably would have never known unless someone actually told you. And so it's one of those things where it's like, hey, did you know that you can do this? And the other thing, too, is that let's say you had, like, your LinkedIn Bakery intro video that you have for your course, because you have a LinkedIn course, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so if you wanted to, you could have just dragged the video over, and then it'll automatically play your bumper video.
What?
So there's just...
So Kendra's like Lushes and LinkedIn Labs.
Yeah.
We're going to put that comment on the screen just because it's fun. Okay. So this is one reason why I love hanging out with my girl Stephanie, because she's so informative and fun and sassy, and she likes to geek out, which I could totally just, I could sit on a Saturday, drink coffee in the morning, geek out with you, do different things. Same with Kendra.
Which we've done.
Which we've done. And just have fun. But so we talked about your platforms for Facebook Live. So we've got OBS, we've got Ecamm, which is what I'm using, which I love because I use Skype Recorder. I can bring a guest in and have an interview style, and it's super easy to use. If I can use it, you guys, you can use it. We have BeLive, OBS, and Ecamm, and Skype Recorder to bring people in here, and Facebook Creator.
Facebook Creator app, which is pretty legit. Yeah,
I'm gonna do that next. So when I'm on the go, I can at least brand myself, because it's all about branding.
I want to see the little LinkedIn Bakery cupcakes fly across the screen. Or if you wanted to do like little Mary emojis, like Bitmojis of your face, and you're like, aha, or just like super cute things.
Oh my gosh! No, I like cupcakes. Like I totally want, because that's my logo, that's my image, and I want to be consistent in my branding, right? So I think having little cupcakes would be awesome. Patty's like, you two make this so much fun. Thank you, Patty. Thank you for joining us. So I always say when someone's like, well, what's your brand? My brand is fun and informative. 2 words. You're going to have fun with me, and you're going to get informed. So that's what I'm all about. Patty, you two make this fun. Victor's like, wine night, yes. So we're getting lots of comments. So obviously just being ourselves works.
Yeah, of course, be yourself. And Patty, when you go live, it should absolutely be fun. And if it's not fun, then you're not doing it right?
Exactly.
I think when people think of live video, there's so much in their head. And I think even when you were in the beta other people were in the beta course, nobody was allowed to have any negative self-talk. Like the first thing that we did was we cleared out all of the limiting beliefs. And if anyone says like, oh, well, I'm worried about this, it's like, no, you're good, right? You get your power playlist, you put on your Beyonce, whatever you listen to, and you get all jazzed up, and you feel like you're hottest, your finest, and you jump on that camera, and that's the moment that you do it. So if it's not fun, you're not doing it right.
Absolutely. I have to agree. And I was just telling the ladies in my LinkedIn lab tonight, that like when I go to speak, at first, you're so nervous, you have a script. Well, the same thing happens with a Facebook Live. If I try to read off of a script, it's so dry and it's not me, and people are like, right? And then if I just speak from my heart and go with the flow, people are like, oh my God, that was so great. You're so fabulous. The energy, blah, blah, blah. And so I was telling these women, like, speak from your heart, have an outline. Like, we know we're talking about Facebook Live tonight, but we're also going off topic, because we're talking about some other...
A lot.
But hey, they know what platforms. What else were we going to talk? You're talking about, being yourself, right? Being authentic, being genuine. I know one thing that you have to have is good lighting. And if my husband is still watching, I'm sorry that I bought, 4 different light sets. I sold one of them because it didn't work for me. But I love my ring, because Stephanie, you were helping me with my light situation. So Victor is learning, his thing is to go live soon, to learn how to go live more professionally. So Victor, I just, from my experience, you need to have good lighting, because the worst thing is when you're shadowed and people can't see your face. And so Stephanie has different options. You have those desk lamps.
Yep. Yeah, okay, so the very first one that I ever had, right, because like I said, I wasn't really quite sure if I was going to, make this a thing, was I had the little ring light that went over your phone, and I just put it over my webcam. That was, the first lighting that I ever invested in, right? Yeah, and then it was the newer light ring, which for those of you, you're probably very familiar with the Diva light ring, but that probably is within, the $200 to $300 range.
Yeah.
Newer, which is Neewer. You could get that on Amazon. I'm like looking at Reddit. I think when I bought it, it was probably like $80.
That's what I
probably
paid $72 for mine or something.
Yeah. So the price fluctuates, but it's cool because it does come with the different tripod mounts. So you could put your phone on there, or if you want to put your DSLR on there, you could do that as well. But there's other hacks that you could do, and I was kind of telling this to Mary, was that I have a desk lamp on my desk, and I just swapped out the light bulb. I swapped out the light bulb to be this white light, and I just like position it any which way that I want. So if I needed extra light, I could just click the switch, and then I'm good to go. So,
and I do that. So I got the 2 desk lamps for in my office. So right now I'm not in my office. For those of you who usually watch my show, this is not, and this is another Stephanie trick. I just have to give you props, Stephanie, because if you see Stephanie's background, it's that awesome, beautiful gray wall. And when once again, stalking my Facebook muse, I was like, Stephanie, you painted your office. It's awesome. I love it. She's like, Mary, that's not paint. That's wallpaper. I was like, what? I was like, honey, we got to go get wallpaper. He's like, my husband's like, what? I'm like, I want my wall. I want a gray wall behind my for my Facebook lives, because I have aqua blue and gray couch. So life hacks.
You wanted to pop.
I wanted it to pop. So life hacks again by Stephanie Liu. Removable wallpaper from Target.
Who knew,
right?
Well, okay, so, and here's the thing is that, you guys, the first time I ever went live, Mary had mentioned I was using a green screen, because I used to have this big, horrendous 5-column IKEA shelf. I think everyone has it, right?
Yes.
Or had it at one point. But it was like the big, huge bookshelf, and then I just had all of my books on there. And every time I tried to go live, it just looked like I was very disheveled. So I tried to be all cute, and I tried to color coordinate my books, but then my books were no longer organized, right? Because who organizes their books by colors? And so I just put up the green screen, and then the green screen allowed me to create that look of me sitting inside a desktop, or if I wanted to swap it out, I could go ahead and do that. But yeah, nowadays I have the removable wallpaper, which is pretty awesome. And Mary and I, we were hanging out in Skype, and I actually had like this new DSLR where I could actually use this high-powered camera and then blur out the background. So I don't know.
That was earlier.
I feel like
today.
I'm always
Yeah. I think that you guys want to follow Stephanie because she's always learning new things, and she shares these new things. And so I want to encourage you, if you're looking to do a really polished Facebook Live show, if you're starting off and you don't know where to start, you need to connect with Stephanie Liu right now on LinkedIn, because she has a rockin' profile. You need to.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I don't know. You need to connect with her on Facebook and check out her courses on Teachable, right? Are they still on Teachable?
Yeah, they're still on Teachable.
Lights, Camera, Live. What's all the names of your courses?
Yeah, so the one right now is OBS Studio 101 and 201, which is just up there for evergreen. But what I'm trying to do now is, in April, I just wanted to do small groups. I didn't want to do like the big, whole, huge launch, Facebook ads and all that stuff, because I actually really like having about 10 people in office hours, because it gives me, it really helps me out in terms of like, okay, well, Mary, what are you working on? And I can hold you accountable for like the next 4 weeks, right? So if that's any of you guys are interested in saying like, I want someone to like kick my butt and make sure that I go from unknown to unforgettable with my Facebook Lives, let me know, because I'll be at the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference next week in St. Louis, and so I'm just give that thing. I know, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna give that offer to them out too, and just be like, look, if you need someone that's really just gonna walk you through it, because Mary, our office hours isn't like, okay, cool, so these are new features and functions. It's like, no, show me your screen so I know what you're doing. Your office
hours are like Stephanie is sitting next to you, and she's going through your computer with you. And just like she did right now, she's like, no, you're going to do it now. She goes, click on, I'm like, no, it's open. So she's not even here next to me, you guys. She knew, right, what was going on. Yeah. And she's like, no, just drag it over. So her office hours are real. You're going to get answers. You're going to understand things. You're going to work past your fears. So I'm not getting paid to say this. This is just you guys who watch me know that I'm real authentic, and I don't promote people, places, or things that I have not worked with or that I do not know. So I know Stephanie. I've worked with her. I've been in her courses. She's amazing, and she just gives so much to everybody in her courses and stuff. So, so after the show, can you post some links and stuff or share?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I will tell you guys, like for every one of my students, I always turn on the notifications so I know when they go live, because usually the first time they ever go live, they're like, I don't know who's going to show up, but I will show up. Like, I will show up and I'll give you some hearts, give you some likes. I might have to watch the replay. I did that for Victor, but I was still there. I was still able to tune in.
You were. Yeah, you're very involved, Coach. You're not just, okay, sign up for my course, do the work. You're sign up for my course and make friggin' advancements every week. I want to hold you to it, and I'm going to watch your Facebook Lives, because when I first started doing my Facebook Lives where it was just me and I was trying to get the feel for it and having that theme and everything, you would come on and you would comment and like things. And it might only be 2 people on, but like Stephanie, you were always there commenting, encouraging me.
Oh, I was on that heart button like forever. I was like, heart, heart. I was like, oh, she said a joke. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Oh, Angela said, I'll put this on the screen. Just jumping in, I can attest to that, Mary. Stephanie is amazing. She sure is. Oh. I love you
Angela's
to death.
Doing good things too. Yay.
Yeah,
all of you guys are. Like Victor, Angela, Mary. You guys were in the beta last year, and you guys are still doing it, right?
Yep.
And it's amazing to see you guys grow. Some of you started off just doing your own talking head shows, but now you're bringing on more. Well, that's what they call it. It's just like a talking head. It's just like it's one person. So it's cool to see you guys evolve, and like I'm always pushing myself. And for anyone else that wants to do the 8-camera Facebook Live, I could tell you how to put it together, because if anything, you could always learn from my mistakes, right? Of like, I had OMMA with me, and we were just going down the checklist of like, okay, so what happens if I do this? Oh, I broke it. Okay. Oh, well, what happens if I do that? Right? And so it was just this whole mental checklist of like, okay, well, if I ever need to teach this to the captivators, this is what they have to know, because some people will just tell you to plug and play, but they don't tell you what happens if, right?
Right.
They're just like, what happens?
No, and I'm always about that too. Like, in my beta course, I was very authentic and real. Like, okay, so that doesn't work, or learn from my mistake. Here, mm-hmm. You know, I went to go do this, and this is what happened. So I think that you do the same thing like I do. Like, oh, that's broken. That's not going to work. So you guys learn from my mistake, because I don't want you to have to go through that, which is awesome.
Very true. Very true.
Well, your husband was right. I don't know if I owe him money. It's 7:43.
No, he knows. He knows. He's just probably like, my wife set 45 minutes, so I'll be there in an hour.
Okay, good. So you guys know that I try to keep my Facebook Live show to 30 minutes, but when I have a really awesome guest on, we just chat it up, and there's so much that we could talk about. So we end up being on here for at least 45 minutes. We've got a lot more comments coming in here. Oh my gosh. Valerie saying,
I've been seeing your live numbers just like keep climbing, and I was just like, you do what you gotta do, Mary.
Yeah.
You got Valerie, you got Angela. It's all good.
Victor and Kendra. There's like 269 thumbs up and 178 hearts. Bam. Wait, drop the mic.
What? but not really.
Not really. But not really. From this little girl who was like, oh, I don't know about Facebook Live. Now I just, I don't mind
crushing
doing
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Stephanie Navisca says, wonderful show. Oh, Patty, oh my gosh, the comments just keep coming in. Oh, my sister Jenny. Wait, you guys, so here's my sister Jenny. Jenny, what is in your hair in that picture? Anyways, she says, hi guys. Okay, it looks like butterflies. So Jenny is just starting off a business. Both my sisters are, Jenny and Katie.
Oh, wow.
And they've done a couple Facebook Lives, and I know that they're looking to learn more skills and tips. So Jenny, Katie, you should check out Stephanie Liu because she really is the master at that. Oh, she did say it's butterflies in her hair. It's like a Snapchat photo.
I see it. Yeah, I see it. That's so funny.
Yeah, so you guys should check out Stephanie, and I don't want to keep you too much longer. As always, I love chatting with you, and I miss seeing you in person. I
heard that Hair Hub's having an event tomorrow.
Friday. Is it Thursday? Friday.
Tomorrow's Thursday. Is it Friday?
I hope it's Friday. Because if it's Friday, I said I was going to go. If it's tomorrow, I can't go.
Okay. I think it's tomorrow. I'm not quite sure.
You're right. You know what? And I thought Amy said, because Amy actually texted me about it.
Yeah, and Felina has hit me up too, but it said tomorrow.
No,
and I was like,
Friday.
Tomorrow I have another. Oh, it's Friday. Okay.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna try?
I'll try to go. Yeah, just because I have meetings in the morning, but
yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, as always, I love seeing your face. I love talking and learning more things. And you're just like the rock star on Facebook Live in my world. You're my rock star.
Aww.
So thank you for taking the time and being on the show. And you guys, Stephanie's going to go in tonight or tomorrow, and she'll drop.
I'll drop the comments. Yeah.
Yeah, drop some comments and the links. So the courses that she has and whatever special offers she's cooked up for this group, because I think you had a Switcher Pro something.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to use Switcher Studio, which is the one that lets you which lets you connect multiple devices, iOS devices, I do have a 10% off coupon for that, and I do have other discount codes for all the other stuff that I have. So just give me at least 24 hours to go in there and dig that stuff up for you. But if there's anything that you're looking for in particular, just ask in the comments, because I'll jump in there, and if you didn't ask during the show, I'll still take a look at comments and do what I got to do.
You're so sweet. I love you, girl. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. So I'm Mary Fane Brent with a LinkedIn Bakery, serving up bite-sized tips so you don't get overwhelmed. My next and last LinkedIn Lab that is scheduled for the year is April 18th, right here at Hair Hub. So if you want to come learn how to make your LinkedIn profile a lead magnet, you want to come see me on April 18th. It's 2 hours of get it done here at Hair Hub in Mission Valley. You can find all the information on my Facebook page or my website, because the labs are going away. I know some people are sad, but I've been doing them for 2 years. I know, and it's just time to switch things up. So I think on the 18th, we're going to have food by Flossie Hall again. So she'll be bringing in the food. We had tons of food tonight. You would not believe it. And so Flossie Hall from Healthy Mama, she'll be providing the food. And I think that we're going to have a big crowd because it's the last live LinkedIn Lab this year. So buy your tickets early. Ask me any questions. Please go into the comments and ask Stephanie and I both questions. And we will answer your comments and questions within the next 24 hours, as she said. So I love you guys. Thank you for joining me, Stephanie. High fives. Okay, we got to get home to our families, or back to our families. So you guys all have a great night, and I'll see you online. Ciao.
Okay.